We're not done yet. We have a few more challenges to go, and the main one lies in Stargazer Coliseum, because last stream we finally got through that set 6 after losing to it the previous try. But there's 2 more sets, 7 and 8, which are even harder. So Emma, give it your best shot. Let's see what you can do against set 7. I remember quite a bit of set 8, not much of set 7. Let's see what this is like. Let's see, Aaron. Is this the really high in a certain stat team? Blissey really high HP, Hariyama HP, Argon on defense, Gardevoir probably special attack. Ludico doesn't have anything really stand out. Dragonite's overall just good. I don't know. Shiftry's not too great against... Actually, Shiftry pretty good against Blissey just because it does physical moves. And Sucker Punch v Gardevoir because Gardevoir's not a fairy yet. Let's just remind myself what my entire team does. Now which ones have Protect? Vaporeon in for a name. Okay. I think Vaporeon is the one that I use the least, but I feel like this will be a pretty nice opener for Vaporeon, and also there's a certain thing I have planned with him that as long as Shifty survives turn 1, hopefully with full HP, but it can survive through Focus Edge as well, and then a bit of damage on Vaporeon, that would be optimal. Let's see. I'm more fit of Dragonite because that's a big damage. Actually, I can Ice Beam the Dragonite right now. That goes against a strategy that I had initially planned, but considering there's a Dragonite on the field, I probably should just Ice Beam it.
The battle begins. The blue corner makes
Wait, Dragonite's inner focus, isn't he? He doesn't flinch, just like Alakazam. Yeah. Oops. Still good damage, though. That's big damage. Would have survived that anyway with Focus Air, so good. White Herb. Makes sense. Ice Beam might be enough. Alright. Pseudo Legendary down. If Blissey uses an attacking move, it could take down Shiftry right here. Gravity! Gravity! Oh, this might be a Gravity team. Which means they use strong but slightly inaccurate moves. So more likely to use things like Thunder, Blizzard, Fire Blast. Maybe. Because Gravity increases the accuracy by 5/3. Which basically means take 2/3 of what you had and put that on top of it. So a 70, I was just thinking 90 accuracy move would add 60 of it to 150. That's easily done. A 60 accuracy move such as Hypnosis would add 40 to make 100. Yeah, so anything 60 accuracy or below is now 100 accuracy. So Gravity can be pretty big there. Also, Flyings and Levitators can get hit by Earth moves, ground moves. But I guess I'm gonna make use of the fact that Gravity is active, and Hydro Pump, because Hydro Pump's not fully accurate. Well, not fully accurate, 100% accurate. Fully accurate would mean something like Shockwave, which always hits even through 6 double teams. Because with enough double teams and sand attacks, the Hydro Pump could still miss now. Goodbye, Aggron. This is going well so far. See what Blissey does. Charge Beam on 2. Ah! I was really hoping Shifty would survive that turn so I could switch it and potentially get a perfect point out of it, but they did well just doing that little bit of chip damage and actually got a special attack boost out of it. It works well with Charge Beam, considering Charge Beam is 90% accurate, makes it 100% accurate, which means it always hits. And then it has a 70% chance, if it hits, of increasing your special attack by 1 stage. Hey, Infernape, you want to take out that Blissey?
Infernape is sent out.
I had Infernape because of Aggron and Blissey mostly. And this will be a real good way to do that. Flare Blitz would deal recoil damage. Close combat would lower my defenses. Mach Punch should be enough against the Blissey. And then we can just Hydro Pump the Hariyama. And the next turn, I'd want to do Flare Blitz because I feel like that leaves me with more chance of surviving Hariyama's attack than if I use close combat. But Hariyama could very well have Thick Fat. Either Thick Fat or Guts. And if it's Thick Fat, then that would mean half damage from Flare Blitz. Happy that wasn't on Inferno. I was kind of expecting a Flame over a Toxic Orb there. I think we haven't really given my opponent many chances to use Gravity or to use anything they really wanted to do. Blissey was able to use a Charge Beam once, and for the rest, we haven't really seen much at all. Aggron was down before it did anything. Dragonite used, was it 1 move? What did Dragonite even do? Oh, Draco Meteor on Shiftry. And that's it. Really unfortunate that they took out the Shiftry, that they didn't target Vaporeon with Charge Beam, because that would have been a good perfect point, which chances are we'll need it. Based on the difficulty, we can be really happy with this win, because we know from the previous set how difficult it can be. And I think this Pokemon that were sent out, plus the things the opponent decided to do, just worked out really well for us here. Right, Tate. I see Gyarados, Starmie, Nectric, Rapier. I see 4 things that are weak to Electric, and 2 things that can have Lightning Rod. I think that might just be the theme here. Hope that things use Thunderbolt or Thunder on you. Make Manectric and Rapier take the moves in. And Lightning Rod in this generation doesn't actually give you the stat boost. You just still get hit by the move. Rapier is ground type, so it gets the immunity. Manectric still gets damaged by it. So in that sense, I hope they use Manectric over Rapier, so I can actually still damage him with it. The Lightning Rod. Also, the ones used by allies, which I don't like. I don't like that it also makes your allies' moves drawn in. But that's the case, I have to watch out with their own moves. So Zapdos is a very good Pokemon for this, if Rapier or Manectric aren't on the field. The Inferno is probably not a good Pokemon for this. There's a lot of things that can hit it. Only Manectric can't super effectively hit it with one of its stat moves. Arrow. And Zapdos. We have Aqua Tail and Seed Bomb to maybe take care of Rhyperior. I was thinking of Vaporeon, but I'm afraid of Manectric. Then again, Aerodactyl, there's actually 5 things on their side that can hit Aerodactyl super effectively, so let's actually not use Arrow. Only Togekiss can't do it with its stat moves. And that's just its stat moves, it might still have something else. That's most likely that they'll have stat moves, but not every Pokemon does. Like Gengar's not that likely to have Sludge Bomb, only in Gen 6 and later when Fairies became a thing. Nectric Togekiss.
Millions of stars flicker in the night as we stand on this meteorite. An exciting battle is about to begin in a world of illusion created by the Poketopia Master. And now, the battle begins. Manectric.
I think I faked out Togekiss. Yes. In that case, good first turn.
It hits.
Because that protect was useless and they don't damage me at all. So basically a free light screen setup. I'll take that.
Cannot move. Togekiss.
And now we attack Manectric. Because not only do I want to get rid of the Lightning Rod Pokemon, I feel like that's the one we can hit better, in general. Overheat, ooh.
A fierce blow. It's a direct
What was
hit.
that? I really hope that was fireworks.
A fierce blow. Such amazing power. A gang attack. Manectric.
How much I would be able to do if it's something different, but...
Hit by Aura Sphere. It couldn't survive the second hit and goes down.
8 minutes after midnight. Just in case, I have the time right. I totally didn't see what happened on that turn. Togekiss must have attacked Shift Tree. Okay, they're both still in the field. Sorry, I was looking outside because I'm worried about what I just heard outside. I hope it was just someone decided to shoot one piece of firework. 'Cause I don't think it was a gunshot, but if it was a gunshot, then that could have been bad. I didn't hear anyone scream or yell or anything. But then again, if the person was instant dead, then you wouldn't hear anyone either. But I think it was fireworks because there was a flash in this, a little bit in the air, so I didn't quite see it again. But I did write down the date just in case it becomes important. But I'm pretty sure it was small firework. All right. If they have Rhyperior in the back, I want Vaporeon for that. Also, I totally didn't see if what Manectric's held item might be. Do you know, Scorpio? Did it have White Herb by any chance? Because if it has Overheat, which it did, I remember it using Overheat. That would make very much sense as a move. Thunderbolt. I want to commit the Thunderbolt, but Thunderbolt is bad. Like, it would hit the Manectric. But then after the turn after, I would hit Togekiss. But if he also has Rhyperior in the back, then Life Orb?
The blue corner still has not decided on their next move.
I think Infernape has Life Orb? Choice Specs and Zapdos, and Light Clay, Focus Sash, Leftovers. Infernape I think has Life Orb, and Power Herb on Aerodactyl.
Manectric protects itself.
Oh, that's the strat. Protect into the Lightning Rod. So I should have used Psychic on Togekiss. So that way they make me skip a turn, and the Pokemon that's weak to Electric can actually do something. Yeah, I should have used Psychic. Ah, Shadow Ball as well.
A smashing blow.
I have Light Screen up, so that's good. U-turn Manectric could do, but I want to go before Manectric. And I don't know if Uxi's faster than it or not.
A chance to win this.
And Thunderbolt, Zapdos is going to go first, and Zapdos is going to take out the Manectric. because of the lightning rod. Oh, Manectric actually goes first.
Ouch! It was paralyzed.
Here comes lightning rod again. But he still takes the attack. It's no immunity like in Gen 6 and later, I want to say. Because that would make it even more difficult to deal with.
Take it. It's down.
I wanted a Thunder Wave here again, but I didn't want to run the risk of Manectric using Protect the second time, and then actually it being successful. Right, just don't have Rhyperior. If he doesn't have Rhyperior, or at least doesn't send it out now, this is good. This is a good chance for me. If he does have Rhyperior, Zapdos, I'm almost gonna need to switch.
Gyarados is sent out.
Because Zapdos, due to Choice Specs, is locked into Thunderbolt, and Thunderbolt only going for something that's immune to it is useless. But they didn't send it out. So Thunderbolt and Gyarados, and then Togekiss, who already had its special defense lowered by Psychic last turn, can get hit by more Psychic.
Zapdos
Walk-on Berry. Walk-on Berry is still 2 times super effective, effectively. Is enough. Got the lead. Even if it's Rhyperior in the back now, we have Vaporeon. But this looks good. Just don't status Zapdos, and don't have Rhyperior, because then Zapdos can really hit you. Depending on how much damage Uxie deals, Uxie might be able to finish it off. Nah, that's not enough. I'll Thunderbolt it. Assuming Rhyperior doesn't come out. Starmie. That's good. Only took one Lightning Rider, and it wasn't Rhyperior. If it was Rhyperior, I would have sent out Vaporeon earlier. Oh, trying to take down Zapdos. Actually, this might not be over. Especially if Uxie gets fully paralyzed this turn. Uxie, if it doesn't get fully paralyzed, could take out Togekiss. But it needs another turn or two. I think I need to Thunder Wave or U-turn on Starmie, though. Because Vaporeon doesn't hit Starmie even normal effectively. If Starmie has Thunderbolt, this might be bad. I'm gonna Ice Beam Togekiss, which I think will be enough due to the special defense drop. And then I'll Thunder Wave the Starmie. Hydro Pump. Ah, yay, Light Screen, let's go. And high special defenses in general. That's on... Okay, just don't status it. Just don't status it. Don't status it. Thank you. Ice Beam, take it out. There we go. 2v1. And now get the Thunder Wave off. Very good, Uxie. I don't think light screens run out yet. I think we have 1 or 2 more turns. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 more turns. I think Uxie was there from the start. And it didn't get fully paralyzed once. So we should have 2 more turns light screen. Just enough to survive. I was hoping for that. It would be close. And still through the paralysis with U-turn. That's a super effective hit to do some damage. The unfortunate thing is, Light Screen's going to be up on the next turn. No, it isn't. Okay. Actually, Uxie still moves after Starmie, so I can't set it up. Reset it up. So now it's just Vaporeon v Starmie and hope I can hit harder. What did Starmie use before? Starmie has Ice Beam. It has Hydro Pump. As long as it doesn't have Thunderbolt, we have a good chance. It's already paralyzed, so it's slower. 25% chance to not attack. It might still have Psychic. Hydro Pump is thing is Hydro Pump is still almost 2 times better than Ice Beam. So effectively over time the average damage it will deal is more than Ice Beam. So that's why I'm using it.
Well, both corners still have a chance to win this.
If it gets fully paralyzed once every 2 turns, I can re-heal with Wish as well. This next move is going to be really important because that's just going to show what its best move is. Okay, Psychic, then it doesn't have Thunderbolt. This is good. This is without Light Screen up, this damage. With the special defense up, I was hoping it wouldn't happen. But even then, if you use Psychic again, that Wish will still be able to heal most of what is dealt, at least for this turn. After that, if they continuously get to attack, and they're not fully paralyzed at all, then they'll be able to get me. I do need to hit you at some point. Come on. Because now if they hit me with Psychic twice, they can definitely deal over half my health as damage. I need to Wish to stay in the game. I actually have leftovers, don't I? Alright, I'm gonna play a really annoying game now. It's called Protect. And not actually to make them run out of Psychic power points, which might actually be a really good strategy here. And I don't think that any of the opponents have power point ups. But this also heals me with leftovers. It's just 1/16 to my health, but it may be important in the long run to do that. And I might actually just Wish Protect, as long as they don't get fully paralyzed, just so that they run out of Psychic. Because I'm not going to take it out in a couple more hits, and I need to Protect, I think, just to be safe from double Psychic taking me out, especially if critical hit would. So how many Psychics have they used? 3 or 4, I think. I'm just gonna be safe as long as I don't get a critical hit. I'll keep surviving the hits. So hopefully they will run out of power points. I assume they will. I think there's one early Pokemon game where the opponents never do. I think it's Gen 1, where the AI never runs out of power points. They have infinite. But every other game, I think that the power points do actually apply. That special defense up was really annoying, especially that early. Can you just get fully paralyzed, please? A spell on a turn that I use Wish get fully paralyzed, because sure, then they don't lose a power point on Psychic, but if they get fully paralyzed on a turn and use Protect, then it's sort of a waste. It's a waste of turn in a sense. But if they get fully paralyzed on the turn that I use Wish, I know I can safely attack next turn, because I can just heal up after that turn anyway. I know that I use Protect every second turn, and this is my 3rd Protect, so that's at least 3 or 6 Psychics out of the way. Minus that was, as I said, basically a skip turn.
The battle rages on. Their concentration is certainly being tested.
Because not only would I have healed the damage anyway, and I could have attacked, if I knew he would be fully paralyzed, I could have now then used Protect the turn after to maybe get another extra heal or stall their power points. But this is good. Now I know I can attack. And I actually hit with Hydro Pump. Good damage, but I'll need more than one more. There's like 7th or 8th Psychic.
The end of the battle is getting closer by the minute.
I'm just gonna use Protect here, even though I don't heal. This is just to get rid of another power point. So this time I hope they go through. They actually attack, because that loses them a power point. Got him.
Vaporeon protected itself from the attack.
Watch him actually pull out Thunderbolt all of a sudden. This turn, or in like 2 turns. We've seen Hydro Pump, we've seen Ice Beam, we've seen Psychic. It might have like Shadow Ball. It might actually have Recover. Might have Rapid Spin. I don't know what it would have. It'll be a set moveset. It's very likely on Bulbapedia, maybe on Cerebi, in places like that. But I don't want to look it up. I want it to be a surprise. I want to just do things on memory of what I've seen during the stream. The Stalwart of Vaporeon is likely to win. Ice Beam, that's likely Psychic done then.
Protected itself from the attack.
That's likely Psychic done.
The end of the battle is getting closer by the minute.
Still gonna play it safe and use Wish.
Uses its move.
But if they use Ice Beam again, then I'm going to attack. Just don't freeze me.
This time,
Actually, a freeze could beat me in the end if I stay frozen for a long time. Because then I can't use Wish. I'll have Wish next turn,
he felt in the Colosseum.
but then after that, if I stay frozen for many, many turns,
Frozen solid, and
that's how they could actually beat me. Because Ice Beam does deal more damage than
this is not a favorable matchup.
Leftovers heals. However, Ice Beam will eventually run out of zone. I think Ice Beam also has just 10 power points. They've already used it once against Zapdos.
Battle is getting closer
Doesn't
by the
Zapdos have pressure? Yes, that's 2 PP loss on Zapdos, and this is already 2 on Vaporeon, so already 4 loss on Ice Beam. And I think Ice Beam also has 10 power points. Maybe, I know Psychic has 10, maybe Ice Beam is 15. I just hope I get out. 20% chance per turn. We saw Frozen, what is it, a Bronzong earlier in the stream? In Mainstream Coliseum that got out of the freeze. It got frozen, then immediately poof, it caught out and attacked. Power Gem is its next move. That actually deals more damage than Ice Beam against me. We didn't use that before. Ice Beam has 16. You mean 10. Your 16 is not a normal power point value. 16 is the maximum due to the fact that 10 is base. And I don't think any of these use power point ups. Any of these AI people.
This is not a favorable matchup.
Trying to freeze me again. I think they use Power Gem to do more damage. Once they freeze me, they keep going. They go for power points. For Power Gem.
Starmie desperately holds on. Vaporeon uses its move.
Playing it real safer. I could just Hydro Bumper Ice Beam here, but I'm just gonna play it safe because I have enough power points to do it.
Not a favorable matchup.
Only thing that can stop me is freeze. And really long freeze. And I said it again, the moment I say freeze can stop me, freeze comes in. But I might be able to have, I might have enough with just one more Ice Beam actually. So in that case I should have done it. And now with Power Gem, that might actually be dangerous.
Starmie desperately holds on. Vaporeon still can't move.
Oh, they Ice Beamed again. Just don't... Actually, just keep Ice Beam, because one, if I unfreeze, that lets me not get frozen again, because you've run out of Ice Beam. But Power Gem just deals more damage, because I don't resist Ice Beam.
Can be felt in the Colosseum.
If I lose this now, due to like some crits or and staying frozen for very long, and then they continuously using Power Gem, and I could have taken them out with another Ice Beam, I'm gonna feel really bad. And then the "oh, I'll play it safe, I'll be fine" strategy turns out not to be fine because of a really low chance. But it's a chance; it can happen, and I'm starting to get pretty darn worried now.
It's been nothing but big trouble for the Red
Yeah, I think it has a few more Ice Beams. I hope they use Ice Beams, but Power Gem is more powerful. Darn, why did the special defense drop happen turn 1? The turn 1 they attacked me. Special defense drop with that Psychic. Without that, this would be so much easier. Get out of that freeze, Vaporeon. 20% chance. It's gonna take me out in 2-3 more turns, especially if there's a crit from Power Gem, or a crit in general. I use Protect so I can get another heal would I come out of this. In case Ice Beam doesn't take him out. Oh, if I lose this, I'm gonna be so mad. Just, a crit would finish me off here. A crit finishes me off here.
Starmie desperately holds on. Vaporeon still can't move.
I can't look.
Big hit. It went down.
So, I could have probably finished off with Ice Beam, couldn't I?
The battle has ended.
But I was like, oh, just in case it just doesn't happen, like with 1 or 2 HP, I'll play Wish. And then I say, oh, only Freeze could stop me, and then it actually freezes me and I stay frozen for so long, it's stupid. But okay, chances are part of Pokemon. I have to live with it. But I should have just won that. I should have had that. Psychic sure was its strongest move, and stalling out its power points was absolutely the right strategy. But the 10% freeze chance from Ice Beam, and then the continuous, well, I guess 80% chance to not get out of it. Turn after turn. It got me. If I would have used Ice Beam that turn instead of Wish before I got frozen, would I have gone through? Maybe. Would I have made it with Hydro Pump? 80% chance if I would have hit. So you have to retry. First battle that went so well. And the second match that I feel like I should have won. But unfortunately didn't. That's a frustrating end. That's frustrating. Alright, I am going to take a small break to get some food. And then we're going to continue with the next Coliseum challenge, which is going to be again in Stargazer Coliseum. But as I said at the start of the stream, we're going to do set 1 with the team that we did the playthrough with, but then evolved. So Gramble and Empoleon and Charizard. And with some better moves too.